Information by online sources. Singapore, presidential candidate Tan Kin Lian said it is okay to be merciful to drug mules facing the death penalty in Singapore, and that he does not believe granting clemency will lead to a flood of drug traffickers. He said the president has to take the cabinet's advice on such issues, but he would give them his private advice. The former NTUC Income chief executive was answering questions from members of the National University of Singapore Society at Kent Ridge Guild House on Saturday, August 26. The closed-door event was live-streamed on Mr. Tan's Facebook page. Fellow presidential hopeful and former GIC Chief Investment Officer Ng Kok Song held a similar session on Friday evening. During the question and answer segment, Mr. Tan gave his views on a range of topics, from the death penalty in Singapore's reserves to the rental of Ridout Road bungalows by ministers. Analysts have repeatedly pointed out that the head of state in Singapore cannot set policies, but Mr. Tan has continued to speak about issues such as the cost of living and housing. On Saturday, he acknowledged that the president is not involved in policymaking, but said he would like to dialogue with the Prime Minister and offer his ideas. President's pardon. The presidential hopeful said Singapore can be merciful to drug mules, and that many of them come from very poor families. Quite often, they were not aware, they were just tricked into conveying the drugs. I will certainly think that we should have the mercy, he said. Mr. Tan said he would approach the cabinet before it makes its decision. If the cabinet decides against me, which they have the power to do, it will be not so respectful, he said. I will ask the cabinet to respect the president. According to the Constitution, the president can grant pardon to offenders on the advice of the cabinet. Dr. Felix Tan, a political analyst at Nanyang Technological University, NTU, said Mr. Tan can always give his point of view to the cabinet. It's not just a one-way track, and that is the way it should be done, he said. Dr. Tan also noted that there is a legal process that needs to be completed before such a decision reaches the president. Mr. Tan said there may be concerns that pardoning one person means everyone else will have to receive the same treatment, and there will be an influx of drug traffickers in Singapore. I don't believe in that. I think it is okay to be merciful, he said. But he added that if there is indeed a flood of drug offenders, he will
subscribe to my channel.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.